So my daughter will be going into 5th grade, and she has gone back and forth from Becca to the Good and the Beautiful over the last several years. Last year, she went back to the Good and the Beautiful, and she wants to continue using it. She did level 4 last year, so now she will do level 5. This is a course book, and it's all in one. For level 4 and up from the Good and the Beautiful, it is very independent. There's just a few minutes worth of parent involvement in each lesson. So it teaches independence, and I really like how they do levels 4 on up. So we will do level 5 next year, and it's a complete course. So it's not just grammar. This language arts course includes literature, grammar, uses, punctuation, art, geography, vocabulary, writing, and spelling. It comes with these geography and grammar cards. I've actually not even opened them yet, as you can see. These are for levels 5 to 7, and it tells you in the lesson when you should be using these. So in case you're like, well, what am I supposed to do with these random cards? It will tell you exactly when to use them. It will tell you how to use them, how long to use them. So don't worry if that's something that looks a little bit strange and out of the ordinary. It will tell you exactly what to do. So it looks like there is about 30 of these grammar cards, and then the rest will be the geography cards, and you can see there's quite a bit more of those. And again, this is for level 5 to 7, so they will be using these cards for 3 years, and so I would make sure you take good care of them. So these will be our first year using them, and we'll see how it goes using them. And then next, it also came with this book set. So I was considering doing assigned reading for my daughter. She is an avid reader and loves to read books on her own. But I was thinking of giving her like things that I should assign her and then that she might write a summary on. But I didn't feel like I needed to do that because this comes with books of their own that will be incorporated into the lesson. So we have Chico of the Andes. We have Marjorie, The Clockmaker's Son, and lastly will be Captured Words. So again, these books, they will tell you in the lesson when to read it, when to read what chapter, when to summarize. And although I haven't looked too far ahead into the lessons, I'm sure that they will do some sort of summary either over a chapter or over the entire book. But they will definitely incorporate that into the lesson. And then it also comes with this in this little book. It's so pretty. It also comes with this watercolor set. In some lessons, instead of being, I'm gonna open this right now so we can check it out together because I haven't seen it yet. I've seen the samples, but not in person. So some of the lessons will be, obviously grammar. Some of them will be covering geography. There'll always be grammar and, that type of practice. But as far as the main lesson, some of them will be grammar based, some will be geography based, and some of the lessons will strictly just be the watercolors. So here is what this watercolor is going to look like. It's watercolor around the world. So this is the instruction book, and it's going to have different projects in it. Some tips of what to do, choosing the right brush, the right type of materials, and then it's gonna get right into it. So there's projects, the type of color wheel and techniques. Ooh, a llama scene, that's cute. And so you can kind of get an idea the type of different things that they will be, the different projects that they will work on throughout the year. Then it will come with these project templates. So this paper feels like cardstock. I don't know the technical term. It's good for watercolors, obviously. So it's very, very thick. You can see it's like very durable. So it will be already on there, and then they'll show you in the instruction guide how to do that. So there's different scenes that they're going to be coloring. So that was that turtle that we just saw. So they will show the student step by step. I think that's really cool because the ones that she did in level 4, they showed step by step, but they had the child drawing the entire scene. And to be honest, it kind of, it was a little bit discouraging for my daughter when she felt like she didn't do it quite as well as like the scene portrayed or like what it should have looked like. So I think this will be cool that it's already The figure is already drawn out. They're just going to be adding the watercolors to it. Next we have, this is new for us, Fix-It Grammar. It's still all in the package. If you haven't heard of Fix-It Grammar, and again, this is our very first time using this. I've heard of it before and it has always sounded interesting, but I never took the plunge. But I felt like this year was a good fit. Larissa agreed to it. I showed her. She said that that sounded really great. So let me back up. If you have never heard of Fix-It Grammar, or you've heard of it but you're just not familiar with it, what it is you will be editing a story sentence by sentence throughout the year. So one day you'll edit a sentence. I don't know why I can't speak today. And it's just going to be taking the story and breaking it down so that by the end of the year, they will have edited and grammatically fixed an entire story. So this starts with level 1. They say level 1 should be 4th grade and up. She saw that and was like, well, I'm going into 5th grade, give me level 2. There is an assessment on their website and we took that, and she wasn't ready for level 2, and that's fine. I said, let's start from the beginning just to make sure you had that foundation. Make sure you know what you're doing. I don't want you to get in over your head. So we're going to start with level 1, and then there's a teacher's manual too, and it's basically just, let me see here. I don't think, yeah, it's just the answer key. They do give some instruction and some pointers, but for the most part, it looks like it is just the answer key, and that's fine. Again, this is not our main grammar. This is just kind of to supplement, just to make sure she really is getting a good handle. So this is 30 weeks. It is 1 sentence a day. Hopefully it shouldn't take any more than 5 minutes. This is what a day would look like. They have to find these different things. Here's the sentence that they have to fix, and then they have to rewrite it. So this should be pretty quick. It should not take very long at all. Again, this isn't meant to be her full-blown curriculum. It's just a little supplement. It should only take a few minutes a day. So we are excited to do that. She has always loved to edit sentences. And then next for handwriting will be The Good and the Beautiful, level 6. Even though she's only going into 5th grade, she's going to be doing level 6 because that's just where she landed as far as her handwriting abilities go in cursive. So there is some cursive practice with this. There is some manuscript practice with this. It is 100 pages, so you don't need to do a page every single day. You can do 2 or 3 times a week, and it would last throughout the entire school year. The pages are not very long, and one of the fun things that my girls like to do at the bottom is there's usually like something to draw or color, or to, in the lower grades, there is some like mazes and that type of thing. They think this is a fun handwriting curriculum, and they never give me a hard time with it, which I can't always say has been the case for previous handwriting curriculums in the past. I know that I mentioned that The Good and the Beautiful has a spelling with it, but this year we are doing something a little different. We are going back to Evan Moor. We did Evan Moor spelling in 3rd grade. She did level 3, and it was just a little bit too easy for her. So she, again, even though she's in 5th grade, technically she will be doing level 6. Evan Moor, I suggest if you have a decent speller or a strong speller, I suggest if you want to use them, go up a grade, just because their lessons are quite simple. But if you have a reluctant speller, I would say grade level would be probably perfect. But again, always just make sure go with the samples. So for this year, she has done The Good and the Beautiful spelling, and with level 4, with all the levels, they have spelling words incorporated into the lessons. And if you want to see my video on how we did spelling this year with The Good and the Beautiful, I will link that down below so that you can check that out if you're interested. If you don't want to add an extra spelling, we're not going to do the spelling with The Good and the Beautiful this year. It was, or for next year for 5th grade, it was fine and it worked, but she said she just wanted to switch it up, do something a little different. She's very traditional. She loves to have spelling tests at the end of the week. She loves to do spelling every single day, and then on Friday have a spelling test. So I'm like, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. So that's what we got. So we're going to do spelling with Evan Moor. All right, next one we have, I'm going to be honest with you, it is not one of my favorite things, but she doesn't mind it. She likes it, and she wanted to do it again this year. I'm sure if you've seen any curriculum videos or, you're familiar, you've probably heard of this. This is Wordly Wise. It is a vocabulary course. It is very strong vocabulary course, I would say. I don't have anything like personally that I can like pick out that I just don't love about it. I can't quite put my finger on it. But it's not that it's not thorough, it's not good. It is. It's just, sometimes I find it a bit, I don't know, frustrating to grade. I don't know, but she likes it. She wants to do it. So this is 20 lessons. There's 15 vocabulary words per lesson. So you could do a lesson per week, or you could, stretch it out a little bit, since again, there's only 20 lessons, and make it last throughout the school year. This incorporates so many different vocabulary activities, as well as reading comprehension. So I did not get her a reading comprehension book curriculum this year, because this has it in it. So I just figured that was extra work that we didn't need to add on to our pile if she already had reading comprehension. And then I also am doing I got the answer key, because I don't have time to go through all of this and read every single answer, because some of the answers, it's like, it could be one answer, it could be two answers, it could be three answers, and I'm like, let me save my sanity and get the answer key. And so it's been a blessing this year to have that. Okay, next for math, we have The Good and the Beautiful Math 5. She is excited to do this math. She's a little bit leery because there's videos, there's online videos. That's the instruction. Whereas she's never had that before. So she's a little bit like, I don't know, but I think she's gonna like it, because I've seen some of the sample videos. If you haven't heard of The Good and the Beautiful Math, or not familiar, from level 4 on up, they have an online, like 5 to 7 minute video instruction on the lesson, and then they do their independent work in here. So I think she's gonna love it, because I think the videos look pretty great to me. And then it also comes with mental math. So this will be the lesson. Each lesson will have a mental math strategy. So I would hold this book up like this, and this is what she would see. And you can see here, like, use order of operations, blah, 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 blah. And then on the back, what I would see is the same exact thing, except it says the answer. Oh, no, I had it wrong. Okay. This is what she would see, the questions, where it says questions, and then the answer key is what I would see on the back. So I would just read out, use the order of operations to complete each problem, and then she would do that out loud. Again, mental math, as the name implies, they're not doing this on a pen and paper, they have to do it in their head. So I think that's awesome that they really emphasize that. And then I also got the answer key to go along with it, because I'm not trying to sit here again for 4 hours. I have 3 kids, and it can be very time consuming, not to only do school, but then to check. I always make sure I check all of their work every single day, and that obviously takes time. So any answer key I can get, I will, because it just makes life easier. For first grade, second grade, I don't bother, but 4th grade on up, I do. And then next is this 5th grade math test, grade 5 math test. This is from Scholastic. This is correlated to state standards. Not that I'm super worried about that, but it is kind of nice to know, like, generally where we're at. And so she's like keeping up with this. Like, it's kind of just like, okay, kind of puts me at ease to know that. So there's only 8 tests in here, and each test is 5 pages. I just make her do 1 page a day, so you can kind of get an idea. It's like that. It's like the Scantron form where you fill in the little bubbles. Anyway, so it's kind of like that. And so this obviously won't last all year. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I wanna do, because I always like to supplement math just to make sure she's getting in that practice. People have asked me in the past why I do math. There are so many different concepts to keep track of, especially the older you get. You're doing everything from algebra to geometry. These kids are doing algebra, they're doing geometry, they're doing everything, time, temperature, fractions, everything. And so there's a lot more to keep up with as far as making sure they're doing it. So I just like to make sure, like, so for example, even though she can do the math concepts in today's lesson and she can do it tomorrow, how about 2 or 3 weeks from now when she's being tested on it? You know what I mean? I want to make sure that they are just having enough review to make sure that the concepts don't stick just for today's lesson and just for tomorrow's lesson, but they're actually getting in their head. So for that reason alone, I just like to add, these only take, again, 5 minutes. Nothing I supplement takes more than 5 minutes or so. It's just to give that little bit of extra practice, just to make sure it's really in there for the long haul. And then lastly, we have John Audubon. We're doing a bird unit with The Good and the Beautiful, and she wanted this book to go along with it. So I'm gonna have her read this and kind of do like a book report type thing. So between this book and then the 4 books she's reading, that's 5 books for the year. That's not all she'll read. She reads all the time. Again, she reads all the time on her own, but these will be like more formal, and she'll be doing more of a, more of a summary on these. And then she also will continue for typing. She'll just do typing.com. It's free, it's online. I've talked about it several times here on my channel. And then Duolingo she has done for Spanish. They have all different types. They have French, they have Mandarin, they have even Hawaiian. My 5-year-old wanted to learn Hawaiian. So if you're looking for an online, simple, straightforward, independent a second language, foreign language, I would suggest looking into Duolingo. It's been pretty good so far. She's learned quite a bit over the last year. So we'll just continue that for 5th grade too. So that is all I have for our 5th grade. I did not mention science or history or Bible or any of that, and that will be a separate video. We do those together as a group, or do we? Actually, we're gonna change things up a little bit this year, so stay tuned for my group subject / morning basket video, whatever you wanna call it. We do those together with everybody. So I'll share that separately. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. If you are subscribed already, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate your support. And if you have not subscribed already, stick around, subscribe, hit that button so that way you can see more homeschooling content just like this. And if you found this video helpful, hit the like button as well. Anyway, enough of my ramblings. Thanks again. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Until next time, I'll see you later.